Okay, today we're going to learn how to peel back a building and look to see what's inside. The first thing that you're going to want to do is open up a photo of any building that you want. And then once you have that building opened, go ahead and label that, rename that layer building. Then go and find an interior room, whichever one that you want to use, and then you'll simply go ahead and paste that in. So I've already found one, so I'm going to go ahead and paste it. So, and then that's going to automatically create its own layer. And I'm going to go ahead and name this one inside, just so I can keep them straight. So the first thing I need to do is go ahead and adjust this photo to the size of where I'm going to put it. And I think I'm going to peel back this corner of the building. So I'm going to take that photo of my interior room and go ahead and lower that opacity so that I can kind of see through. Then I'm going to get my transform control. And I, of course, am going to zoom in because we know that my eyes are a little bit older, using my navigator. And then I'm going to go ahead and drag that down so that I can fit it where it's going to fit in that room. Okay, so now I'm going to need to adjust it a little bit more because I need it to be at the right angle and perspective for the room. So I'm going to go ahead and up my opacity again, just so that I can see. And then I'm going to go ahead and when I right mouse click, with my transform control picked, I can distort, change my perspective, the warp and all. So I'm going to go ahead and hit distort so that I can then kind of adjust how I want that room to look, because I want it to look like it's going back into, get my navigator out of the, get that corner. So I want it to look like it's going back into the space of that area where I'm going to be peeling it back. Then I need this part to kind of go back in there. So the distort tool's done a little bit of what I needed it to do. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my, we'll try the perspective. Oh, that's kind of working pretty good. Oops. Go back. Okay, so that's lined up pretty good. Just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Undo my transform tools. And then now I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to go back now to my building layer. I'm going to hide that interior for a moment. And then I need to copy the corner of this building, of that photograph. So because it's relatively square, or rectangle, I'm going to go ahead and use my rectangle selection tool. I could use also any of my lassos. Actually, we'll go ahead and use the polygonal lasso. That one will work pretty well. So I'm going to click down to about here. And then with that selected, I'm simply going to hit Control J. And then you'll notice now over here on my layer, if I hide this photo, I have a layer just of what I had selected. So then I'm going to call this the building or wall piece.